So part of today's spiritual wisdom, let's understand more details about the deeper wisdom of deeper perspective of free will and suicide. The first, let's understand free will. Of course, free will only causes the suicide also, suicidal impact also on us. Especially the free will itself is going to cause in a negative way, negative sense, it's going to trigger so-called the suicide. Anyway, first of all, let's understand what is free will, right? Free will means, friends, so it is a freedom given to you. It is the freedom given to you. It is the freedom given to you on this earth planet, whatever you would like to do, you want to do. But the free will is provided only to the human beings, not to any other beings on this earth planet. There is no free will for the animals. There is no free will for the trees. There is no free will for the birds, isn't it? No other species on this earth planet, the free will is given. The free will is given especially to the human being. This also make a note, make a point of, make a one note of this point. So when the free will is given, what for the free will is given? Who has given? Almighty has given. Why he has given? Supreme intelligence has given, isn't it? So we born as a individual soul from the Satya Loka, then come to causal world, that is Jana Loka. Then we take astral world, astral body in the astral world. Then we come to the mother womb. Then we born as a physical body, physical human being on this earth planet, isn't it? That's how the whole the birth process takes place. So friends, for us what happened is the soul and along with subconscious mind always exists within us as we discussed. And also causal body and astral body is also there very much. Okay. The soul is a spirit body. Friends, whatever we are roaming on this earth planet, with which body we are roaming is the physical body. On the earth planet, even if you go to the moon, if you go to anywhere, any other physical planet you go, you travel. But especially on the earth planet, we do day in day works with the help of physical body, isn't it? Similarly, throughout the other higher worlds, so-called Urtva Lokas, all the other seven worlds, whatever the seven worlds are there, in those lokas, with which body you will be roaming in? You will be roaming with so-called spirit body. What is that spirit body called? That is soul. Soul. Okay. Soul will be always will be accompanied by what? Subconscious mind. What is the mind accompanying the physical body? Physical mind, conscious mind. Okay. So please make all these things. Please remember all these things for all the time. Now, friends, so what happens is Almighty has given one thing is free will, that is freedom to do anything, but the freedom to do right things. Okay, free will is given for what? What purpose? Freedom to do right things. If you don't do right things, what happen? You go on the wrong path. You do the wrong things. What happen? You are especially the soul progress or so-called soul regression takes place. Soul regression, that is downgrading. We are downgrading our soul evolution when you do the wrong things, because you have a free will, and then what will happen with the free will? You try to do the wrong things always. So that is why what we need to do, if you have a free will, you must choose doing right things, doing the great things. Okay, so that's how we need to grow in our life. Okay, so especially so right from the childhood, till the last stage, till the age old, whatever it is. So we must be doing a lot of karmas. Okay, so always we must accomplish we must try to perform the great karmas. We should never attempt to do the bad karmas, because all the selection, all the choosing, whatever you choose, whatever you want to do on this earth planet, it is left to you. It is just given to you. So that means what we say, we always try to say that we create our own reality. What is the meaning of that? We create our own reality means we create our own, whatever we want to face on this earth planet, all the consequences, all the actions, we only decide. Nobody else is forcing us to do. Nobody else is telling you, do this way, do that, select this, go through this. Nobody will tell you. Everything is chosen with your own mind, isn't it? So that's how, friends, what happens is the free will, or whatever the free will is nothing but freedom. The freedom what you got on this earth planet, it is given to you to take up the all the righteous jobs, all the great accomplishments, okay, and good karmas, not the bad karmas. That's very, very essential. Okay, if at all you do the bad karmas or bad things, what happens? There is a law of karma catches up. So the law of karma, so what it does, law of karma says very clearly, whatever negative things, negative deeds, whatever negative deeds, negative thinking, negative thoughts, whatever you do, and negative speaking, whatever you do, with this, you attract some negative karma. This negative karma, again, you need to suffer. Okay, you need to suffer in this life or next life. So instead of using this free will in the wrong direction, if you use in a right direction and helping others, right? And reading, so like going to the sadhana, meditation, and reading spiritual books like this, there are a lot of good things also around you to choose. Even people also. What kind of people do you want to associate? There is also a selection. There is also choice. There is also freedom. So you have to choose, you got to choose the great people as a company to you, isn't it? So the great people and the positive people, you always try to be distinct away from the negative people, isn't it? So that's also choice, your freedom, your free will, right? Your own free will. So you want to, what kind of people you want to select, what kind of people you want to go with them, or you want to live with them, right? So that's also your own choice. So like this, what happens? All the things which are necessary for the soul growth, soul evolution, you must be doing it. Okay. This is for soul progression. Always we must have the vision of our own soul progress. Whatever we do, with the free will, what we have. So that's what I would like to tell you once again. See, if you go to the human, if you go to the plant beings and animal beings and birds, right? What do? They just go and go for the food, hunting the food, get the food, they eat the food, and then they sleep, and then they roam here and there, and then again they do the same thing repetitively, isn't it? So why they do the same thing repetitively means, for those species, the Almighty has provided something called basic instinct. Okay, they are not provided with any free will. There is no free will. There is no freedom for them. They can't do whatever they wanted. What they need to do is, the God as Almighty has provided them already the fixed programming. What is that? Fixed programming. That fixed programming they will be doing continuously day in, day out. Every day they'll do the same thing, isn't it? You just observe the animals and birds, everything. So, do they have any creativity? Do they create anything on this Earth planet? Are they going to create anything? No, they won't do that. Of course, the birds and all, they try to make the nice nest. They'll do all these things they do. So that all the instinct given by Almighty. For their for their own living purpose, they try to do that, isn't it? On the top of the trees, they try to put the nest very, very nicely. They design. Of course, that is all given by Almighty. So they have that instinct basically. So only that particular things only it does. It can't do more than that. It's like a chip, a particular chip in a computer or whatever. One chip is programmed with only set of programs. Those programs will be played again and again. So that's how these other species are restricted. But come to the human being. Human being is being given with what is called free will, and he is an individual soul and free will. Because of free will, that is freedom to do whatever you wanted, freedom to act whatever, freedom to speak, freedom to act, freedom to think also. Right? These three things, manasa, vacha, karmana. Nobody is going to control you. Nobody says you have to speak only like this. And nobody says you have to act only like this. Do only act or do the deeds like this. Or think like this. Nobody will tell you. It's all freedom given to you. That's called free will. So, friends, when the free will is there, what happens is, so of course, when the free will is there, what will happen is you also will be governed by something called law of karma. Okay, so you have the free will, but you can't use your free will or freedom to the way you want it. You can't do it. Okay, the reason is you are governed or restricted or monitored by the law of karma. Okay, if you put the freedom or the free will into the wrong direction, the wrong path, in talking wrongly or acting wrongly or thinking wrongly, then what happens? So consequence of that will be your negative karma. You have to face it. You have to face it in this life or some other life. That is why you need to be very, very careful while using while exercising this free will, or while exercising, or while putting the freedom into the attempt or freedom into the action. So we have to be very careful, my dear friends. First of all, so friends, let me tell you the originating of this freedom or this free will started in the spirit world itself for us. Where did it started? Spirit world. How did it started? How this free will is given to us and how the free will is applied by us even in the spirit world. So we apply the spirit world in the, so especially causal world, we try to apply, we have this free will. So at that point of time itself, so while choosing parents and circumstances and where we are going to live on the earth planet, to which country we go and to which parents we born, what are the kind of situations I'm going to face, what are the different events which are going to take place in my life when I come to the earth planet. All this is chosen. That is chosen at your own free, with your own free will, isn't it? With your own free will, you choose everything and come to the earth planet. Okay. So in that case, why do you suffer? There is no need to suffer because you are everything what you are going through today. So I mean, of course, there are some things. There are something, of course, you can change with your own free will. But when you come to the earth planet, you are supposed to go through the all hurdles and all difficulties, all problems, all challenges, all the so-called, the unwarranted, unexpected things. Several things may happen. Anything may happen. So you don't need to, you don't need to worry. So which are all going to bound to happen when you come to the Earth planet, because these are the situations and these are the circumstances you are selected in the upper world, in the spirit world itself. So with which you came down. Okay, that's how the free will is started even in the spirit world itself. It is started. And then after coming down to the earth planet also, you want to become an engineer, you can become engineer. So I want to become a doctor. Yes, you can become a doctor. So what you do with your free will, you choose, I want to become so and so. When you select something that you want to become that, what will happen? You start working on it. You start working on it. You start learning the music. For example, you want to become a great musician. Then you have to choose one particular master and go to the coaching center, join there and purchase the instruments, do all the arrangements. Then what will happen? You will definitely slowly you start learning music. Then you will become an expert. Then finally become a master. Right? So that's how with the free will, friends, with the free will, we can achieve anything. At the same time, be very careful while exercising this free will in the negative side. Never ever use this free will on the negative side. What will happen if you if at all use the negative side, friends? What will happen is your amount of karmas will increase. When it is increased, what happen? So that means when you use on the negative side, the amount of karmas will increase. Then slowly, your soul upgradation, instead of upgradation, the degradation or the downgrading happens. Your soul evolution or the so-called soul regression starts happening. When the regression starts happening, friends, then you have to face much more difficulties in the upcoming lives. Okay, so that is why in order to reduce number of lives and in order to make the soul progression for all these things, what you need to do is this soul freedom or this free will, whatever you say, soul freedom or free will must be exercised in a most judicial way, most cautious way, most, with the highest amount of awareness. You have to apply this, so-called free will in all the times throughout your life, my dear friends. So that's how. So you need to carefully use this free will. So you have the free will means you can't go and do anything on this earth planet. You can't do it. You should not do it. If at all you do it, that's why I'm telling immediately the law of karma is going to catch you, is going to catch up. Okay. Immediately you will be attacked with the so-called karmic bondage. Okay. That karmic bondage will not leave you. It will not leave you. It will come with you for this life, the next life, any number of lives. It will be with you. So that means, see, for a small act of negativity, it may be small or a big sometimes. So whatever the negative activity or negativity what we act upon, just because we have free will, see, you have free will, I want to help somebody. You can help, of course. So with your free will, I want to damage somebody. Yes, you can. Because everything is given to you. You are a co-creator. You are a co-creator. You are given with all the powers. Whatever you want to do, go and do it. Nobody stops you on this earth planet. Because Almighty knows while coming down, friends, while coming down itself, He has given everything for you. What He has given? He has given you the soul, He has given the subconscious mind, He has given the causal world, the causal body, astral body, and the physical body, physical mind. These many things are given to you. Why He has given to you? You can create anything you wanted on this earth planet, like a creator. So, like Almighty, you also can do a parallel creation on this earth planet or in the spirit world also. How can you do that? Because you are given with one thing called subconscious mind. The subconscious mind always connects with the so-called spirit worlds. Always there is a connection, right? So with which, so if you have a free will, and the free will, if you use in a right way or a positive way or a miraculous way, what happens? You can create wonders on this earth planet itself, and definitely you can help many number of people who are in the need and who are in the, especially in the path of acquisition of the knowledge. You also can share all your wisdom, you can share whatever you have, and you can help everybody. So with that free will, so with the kind of the path you select because of your own free will, the way you select, the way you act, so that's going to decide your further lives. Your further lives, next lives will be depending upon the way you acted, the way you use this free will in this life, that is going to decide the next life, my dear friends. Okay, so with this, the free will, this is how we need to understand the free will. Now let's understand the suicide. So what is the suicide, friends? Suicide is nothing but killing your own body. That means killing your own body. So at the cost of your own future lives. So that is why this particularly suicide is a great sin. Great sin committing to yourself. Committing to yourself. Why? Because the God has given this particular physical body. What did you do while you are selecting the physical body, while you are selecting your birth in the causal world? What did you do? You requested. You requested for whom? Your soul guides, your higher self. You requested them. So they processed your request. They accepted your request, and they are given the birth. They are given the birth for you. Where they are given the birth? They are given the birth for you on the earth planet, right? So what is the complexity in that particular birth? As I explained you, there are a lot of steps involved in order to create one physical body. A lot of steps are involved. So that means what? This entire physical body, what you are going through, and what you have this physical body, right? So precious, that which is created with a lot of complexity, and which is also made by whom? Almighty God. God has made it. God has made this physical body. The physical body, of course, consists of all the five nature elements, but the entire design and the inner organism and everything is provided by Almighty. Almighty, that you have acquired from the astral world. Astral world you acquired, and then you came down into the physical womb. Then you are born as a human being. So you imagine so much process there. So much process has been done by Almighty, and He has gifted you. He has gifted you for your soul evolution. For what part He has given the physical body? Sharira Madhyam Kaludharma Sadhanam. Sharira Madhyam Kaludharma Sadhanam. Try to understand. It means what? Your own Sharira, that is your own physical body, is a great sadhana for your moksha, mukti, liberation, whatever it may be, isn't it? So if that is the case, so what purpose the physical body is taken by you in the upper world? You have taken the physical body because to attain the moksha, to attain the so-called self-realization, and in the so-called enlightenment. You have taken the physical body by that. You have promised your Almighty. You have promised your higher self, saying that I will get an enlightenment. I do this. I do so many things. I will try to achieve everything. Then I'll come back to you. So please give me the physical body. You requested the Almighty. Then they are given. So when they are given it, after so much request, what right you have, what right you can exercise in order to kill your physical body? Tell me. So it is highly sinful to kill the physical body by yourself. Reasons can be anything. Reasons can be many or multitude, doesn't matter. But you kill the physical body which you borrowed, which you requested from the Almighty. When you do that, because it is not yours, it belongs to Almighty. But you are killing. You are killing with your own negative attitude, with your own depression, whatever it may be. So then what happens? It brings great amount of negative karma, right? So this physical body is given for you for getting moksha on this earth planet, but you have killed it. You have killed it with your own ignorance, with your own so-called the negative attitude, negative qualities, right? Or you are inspired, or you are, so maybe you are instigated by somebody adjacent you, or you are maybe anyone beside you who might have instigated you, so that you entered into the so-called suicide. However, whatever the person who instigated, he also attain lot of negative karma. The person who committed also, he'll also be going through the lot of negative karma. That is lot of the great sin it is. So it acquires lot of negative karma. You are supposed to pay back this all the negative karma on the earth planet again, friends. So first of all, friends, let's understand, all we come to the earth planet for only certain reasons. What are those reasons we come to the earth planet? We come to the earth planet to pay back our no old karmas, all our the balance and old karmas, right? So we want to pay back. We come here. Also, we come here for learning many things, learning new things. Same new things, if you want to learn in the spirit world, it takes hundreds of years, isn't it? And also, you want to test yourself. You want to test and examine yourself, which is the best place for examination for the testing, the earth planet. That's why we all come to the earth planet with a great requesting, a great request and great, the so-called the humble request you are given to the Almighty. Then He accepted and given the physical body. Then you came to the earth planet. That's how it happens. So that is why what will happen is, so we all come here for the especially paying back karmas, testing ourselves, examining ourselves, and training ourselves. Training ourselves. So this is how it is, and learning the new things, and also serving others. Serving others or helping others, sharing the wisdom or helping, whichever the manner possible for you, serving others and helping others and sharing the wisdom with others. So these are the purposes we all come to the earth planet. So with the beautiful physical body, we must be doing all the time these things, my dear friends. Not that, so especially friends, what will happen is many times everybody get negative thoughts, everybody get failures. What the failure means? Failure means it is a stepping stone for the success. Okay, today failure, it becomes a success tomorrow. Right? Whatever failure you go through today, so the same thing, if you try to understand and analyze, right, what are the mistakes you have done? See, one thing is, when you do mistake, all the mistakes will be done by all the human beings. It's a quite common, it's a quite natural. Errors will come, errors will happen. It doesn't matter, but you need to recognize what errors happened, why it happened. Okay, then what will happen? Do not repeat the same mistakes in the future. That's what we need to do. It's called, repentance. Like, so we try to understand what mistakes have been done, then these mistakes should not be repeated. Just make sure that it doesn't repeat. Then what will happen? You come out of that mistakes. Then you can see the success, obviously, right? Like that, if you observe, friends, so throughout the universe, many things will be keep changing. So nothing is same. Today you have great difficulties. Maybe you are going through great difficulties. Okay, so why great difficulties also comes, let me tell you. So whatever great difficulties someone is going through, though they are good people, but they are going through the very bad things and bad period in their life, it's definitely try to understand one thing. So you're a good person, but you're going through the bad time. What is the reason for that? The reason for that is you are paying back your old karmas. That's what the existence and the Almighty has given you the opportunity now. So I have given you the opportunity now. Serve that opportunity and take that opportunity forward, and then pay back all your karmas. Go through that karma, how much ever difficult it is. Okay. But if you start doing meditation, what happens is it is going to help you to come out of this so-called negative karmas also in a smooth way. That's what we keep saying, right? Jnana Agni Dagda Karmani. Whatever karmas we have, with a great amount of wisdom, spiritual wisdom, not any wisdom. Okay. The materialistic intellect is different, spiritual intellect is different. So if you go on gain the great amount of spiritual wisdom, my dear friends, definitely definitely you are going to, you are going to come out of all the difficulties with that is Nanagni Dagda Karmani. That means all the karmas can be burnt only with your spiritual wisdom. So it happens. So that is why keep doing meditation, keep doing Swajana Sangatya, Swadhyaya, and pyramid power. Do all these things. Then definitely any amount of karmas, any amount of negative karmas, doesn't matter. You will surpass. You will surpass. You will go through them. You will pay them back. Right? You will pay them back, and then still you will be your peace inside you. The peace, the the lot of peace within you will not be disturbed because you are a meditator. You are a meditator. You are a dhyani. So that's how you lead your life. Otherwise, the other people, what happen, friends? So they think that whenever there is a failure, whenever there is a depression, whenever there is a negative thing happened, loss happened, any relationship issue, any the failure of love, with all these things, what happen? They go into the so-called negative mode, isn't it? A lot of negative mode. In fact, so a lot of youngsters, nowadays, you just keep observing them, right? So if they fail in the examination, then they are not able to face the parents. Even the parents also, they act like very funny. So they, instead of giving them the spiritual wisdom, what do they give? They try to give the sharing of their own stress and strain to the children. They say that you have to get the marks, this many marks, that many marks. See, you have to, you have to work like this. So all this, negative, all the negativity, all the depression, all the kind of, so-called the great amount of the tough competition, everything they try to pour into their mind, the children mind. Then what happens? You obviously get into that, and then if at all small deviation comes, you can't withstand. And you can't withstand, you can't talk to the parents, you can't face the parents. Then you leave the physical body. So that's how it happens. But friends, anybody who leave the physical body, for any reason on this earth planet, by ending themselves, if at all they leave the physical body here, by going back to the upper world. So where is our home, friends? Where is our home? Our home is in the spirit world. So when you go back to the home, what happened? They question you, and you yourself will understand and repent also. What do you repent? So I could have not done this. I have done this simply. I came here, so there is no use. Again, I have to go back. Definitely, I will go back. See, any kind of suicide happens, friends. So what will happen is when that soul, when the physical body ended, the soul which comes out of the physical body, obviously what happened? This soul will not go to the upper worlds, will not go to the even astral world also. It will be suffering like a earthbound soul on this earth planet itself, because it's all these desires, all the ambitions, all the kind of whatever they have, the inner qualities, all those things are still persisting and still haunting them. So that's how they, the wanting of food, wanting of, money, materialistic wealth, all this, the so-called so many things are there within that soul, the soul which is ended the life, isn't it? Suicide soul. So then it will not go, it will not leave the physical body. Then it becomes earthbound soul. How many years? So many number of years. So many number of years. It will keep roaming on this, so-called earthbound soul, but he can't do anything. So that is how what happened, friends. So it is not that what way you have acted, what way you reacted to the negative situations or failures or the worst situations or depression or ill health or whatever it may be, how you reacted to it, that's more important. Okay, so if you reacted very badly and you somehow get into the deeper depression, then ended the physical life, it is not that by ending the physical life your botheration or your difficulties are ended. No way. You ended here in the form of physical body. Physical body goes off, right, into the nature five elements. But what happened is, for you also there is a hell ahead. That is, you are going to face the hell after leaving the physical body. Much more hell will be there, much more naraka will be there. How? Because first of all, you become an earthbound soul and you go through a lot of suffering, but you can't do anything. Then even after, after spending so much time on the earth as earthbound soul, then you will be taken to the lower astral world. They are called lower realms. Okay, you are taken to the lower realms or lower astral world. That is where what you will try to do. So once you go into the lower astral world, friends, you there also you have to suffer. You have to suffer like anything, because so they are all actually darker worlds. They are all completely darker worlds. Nobody is there to you cannot talk to them, you cannot do anything. because it's an astral world, astral body. It's astral body with which you are pushed into the so-called darker worlds. They are called the lower realms of the astral world. So that's where you will be living. How many years you will be living? Hundreds of years. Just for a small mistake what you have done by leaving the physical body. So you have created a great sin. You ended the physical body abruptly. You ended the gift which is given, the great value, the great precious thing given to you by the Almighty, you ended abruptly, right? So, like, ignorantly you have done, then you have to pay the price. We have to pay the price not only in the next life, when you come back also. When you come back, what happened? This kind of people who ended the lives, when they come back, friends, the amount of trouble what you have faced in the previous life, they double to that. They double that. They double the trouble, and then I will send again. You will be sent back to you. You'll be sent back to the Earth planet. Okay, so that's how your troubles will be much more increased than decreased. You thought by ending my life, all the problems around me will be ended. No, it's not. It's not that end of the story. That is the beginning of the story. Now, so in the lower astral world, you are suffering, and there is nobody to talk to you, and like hundreds of years, just for a small mistake here, hundreds of years you are going to suffer there. And even after that, after some relation, then you'll go back to the Janaloka, that is causal world. Again, you will plan for the next birth. Even after coming back to the next birth, these kind of people who gone through the suicide, definitely they are going to experience the worst troubles than what they faced in the previous life. This is what everybody has to note down, friends. We need to educate everybody about these things. Okay, that's why we have what we need to do, friends. So we are given with the wonderful tools, isn't it? We are given with the wonderful tools. I have a physical body, I have a physical mind, isn't it? And along with me, inside me, I have an astral body, I have a soul, I have a soul. Soul is my the permanent eternal thing, that is God. God itself is within me. So then why do you suffer? Why do I need to suffer for anything it may be? It may any bad thing or negative thing, whatever happens in my life, I don't need to suffer at all. I am never lonely. Friends, many people what happen because of their loneliness also, they go through this kind of thing. They get a lot of depression, they are feeling loneliness. With all these things also, they get into this so-called the negative mode. All the negative mode, then they get into suicidal. So you are never alone. You don't have any loneliness. You are never alone, because when you are alone, when you are sitting idle, what you can do? You can talk to your own subconscious mind. It's a wonderful thing given to you. Why don't you talk to subconscious mind? Why don't you make it slowly, activate it, right? Put a question in a silence, put a question, then listen to it. It will give the answer, because you never prayed it, you never attempted to do any communication, you never find the importance of it. Then what happened? Slowly it became a dormant. What became a dormant? Subconscious mind became a dormant. Now, in order to activate what you need to do, in order to open the subconscious mind, slowly start sending the messages, start sending the inner messages. No? The inner communication send it, then it also gives the answers. Right, friends? So there is no question of loneliness. There is no question of loneliness. If at all you feel loneliness, but that's the greatest time. The loneliness is a gift for ourselves. Why? Because I can spend the time, valuable time, with my own self, with my own subconscious mind, with my own soul, right? Isn't it? That's a beautiful time, I can say, isn't it? So that's how, friends, what will happen? See, on this physical planet, whatever you do, okay, whatever you do here, karmas and negative, all this, negative things, positive things, right? So anything you do on this earth planet, that is going to act as a foundation foundation in your home, that is in the spirit world. In the spirit world, when you go back, right? When you go back into the so-called Bhorloka, all this, right? So how you are going to live there, that is going to be decided by what way you live on the earth planet. It's also very important, right? So if I live here with the greatest braveness, patience, happiness, peace of mind, isn't it? With all the great qualities, then definitely what happens, friends? I will, once I leave my physical body, of course, everybody bound to live. Punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam. Puttuta, gittuta. Okay, that means you whatever is born, it is good, it is bound to die. Okay, so that's how the entire physical creation is happened. So that's why what happened, friends. So whatever you do, whatever you create, whatever you are going to lead your life, the way you lead your life on the earth planet, that is going to be a foundation, a foundation for your own building, for your own home in the spirit world. So this is your this is the fact. Everybody has to remember. So that is why, and this negative, especially the suicidal thoughts will come because of the weakening of our energy, our own mental energy. Nothing, see everything, whatever happens in your life, right, whatever happens in your life, so should not take it, in a bigger way or a deeper way. Should never take it to the heart. Okay. And especially whenever you get this kind of negative thinking and all these things, no. So what you need to do, you should spend your time with the positive people, on positive people. Go to the positive people, keep talking. Okay, and go to the people who trust you, whom you trust. Whenever you get negative thoughts, go to them and spend good time with them, right? Otherwise, go to the nature. Go to the nature, enjoy the nature. Otherwise, involve in some activity. Always keep your mind busy. Never keep the mind empty. That's also a problem, right? Isn't it? So that's how. And whenever you get this kind of negative thoughts, start reading books. Start reading books. Go on, increase your spiritual wisdom. That also supports you in order to come out of this negativity. It supports you. And do meditation, or otherwise learn music. Okay, some kind of art, some kind of habits. Start developing within yourself. So with all these things, what happened? Slowly, you will come out of this negativity. Definitely. So the negativity, especially negative thoughts, if you make more and more, that leads to depression. The depression slowly converts into suicide. Okay. That's how it comes. Okay. So all these things will be easily, you can usually come out of all these things if you start practicing these kind of practices, these kind of things. If you make habitual in your own life, you can easily come out of that. Okay. And you can lead peaceful and joyful life on this earth planet, friends. So which is very much possible, because so you are belong to the other world. You're not belong to this world. Why do you worry about with all these temporary things? Everything happen around you. Everything happens in your life, happen around you. They're all temporary in nature. They're all temporary. But who is permanent? You are permanent. You are a permanent being. Whether in this world or the other world, you will be always there. Why do you worry about it? Now you are in this physical world, physical body. Then later on, after some time, I will be in the other world. I will be in the spirit world. Why should I worry about so-called difficulties, problems, the negative things, emotions, all these things? This should not affect me. I should not give the possibility to get encroached upon me. Any negative person, any negative soul. So they like, they always negative souls will be there around us, isn't it? I told in the mention the previous time. Negative people also will be there around you. So that's why again, your own free will you choose, what kind of people, what kind of companion. So if all negative people start influencing you, you should not be influenced. That's how your so-called your own inner resistance power. So that means, so you have to grow to such a situation that your own maturity, the spiritual maturity, the spiritual intellect must be increasing, so that you'll be able to come out of all these perversions, all this negativity also. Then you can lead happy life, my dear friends. Okay. So with this is the suicide, all these suicides, with whatever we try to understand today with respect to spirituality, we try to understand. So this wisdom is going to support everyone, in order to come out of this kind of, the kind of a the so-called the suicidal activity or whatever it may be. So we understood this, friends.